Welcome to a visual version of CrushersRadio, at least our version of it. Here present tonight, Mr. Camshaft, and I am your host, / camera, / announcer, / whatever you want to call it, Mr. Cal Induction. Not pictured, Tyrod, because evidently he's got things to do. So today we're going to be doing an engine flush on none other than his daily driver, a
2007 Dodge Magnum SXT with a 3.5-liter high-output V6.
That's right. This is also something we've never done before, so we'll see how it goes.
So if you want to ask the experts, find them and then tell us.
And then tell us what we did wrong. That'd be good.
That's another thing is I want to definitely look underneath it and see because it. There's actually a safety feature in this particular lift, so it won't fall on you, which is a good thing when you're us, because we might make mistakes. When you hear that click, you do want to release the lift slightly, so that way it locks into place. So now all the weight of the car is on the posts. We don't have to worry about it falling, which is a fear of mine.
So I'm more than I don't need to be?
Yes, you're good right now.
I can't do too many things mechanically, but I can do this. I can get these lights out, and actually that's not how they come out. I like they come out like this. We'll be back after this break. Or after I break this, one of the two.
They're magnetic.
Yeah. They're somehow linked together. Maybe they are. Oh yeah.
I was about to say, I don't know if that's steel or aluminum.
Well, it's holding as long as you don't touch it. I mean,
that's what my girlfriend says too.
Oh yeah, I got a hook. Oh baby, yeah. We'll just loop it around there.
Where's the hook at? Ah.
Of course, that prevents me from... In the words of Ernest P. Worrell.
There's plenty of good light under here. We've got plenty of good sunlight as well too.
Woohoo! Put on your sunscreen, kids.
Don't want to get any sunburn.
Okay, now, what do you think we do first? We have to find out what size that is that correct?
Yep.
Or do we have somebody lay that out for us or no? I'm on a roll, and I'm never on a roll, so I gotta try this. Did he say that might be a 13?
He said it might be a 13.
Might be a 13. Well, we're gonna try a 13. See how close we come.
Is it a 13?
I don't know, I had it on backwards. It looks like it's a 13.
Okay, that's good.
And I just gotta
now you scared me there.
This part of the hole.
You scared me there when you said it was on backwards at first. So. Okay. Now don't burn yourself, because that's all we need.
Okay. This means I'm
righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
This means... Okay, now we're taking it off. All right, let's do it this way.
Wait, which way?
Well, trial and error. I think it's right. There's a chance I'm wrong.
You're probably wrong there.
Am I really wrong?
I don't know. Here. Hold on a second. Here, hold this for a second.
Swap me.
Yeah, that would be unloosened. But, probably loosen this way so that way when it drains, it doesn't drain on your hand. Right?
Sounds smart to me. This will probably also projectile out a little bit.
Yeah, you want to grab I'm going to grab a longer one.
Yeah, that's probably smart. I'm not thinking that far ahead. Alright. Camshaft, do you know what you're doing?
No.
Well, we're about to find out if you're doing it right or wrong. I feel like I could like yank really hard and it might come loose, but I'm also afraid I'm going to break something, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like.
Yeah, the whole oil pan's moving there.
Yeah, there's like no give.
You can talk to your brother.
Well, somebody told me one time, I don't know if this is true. Oh, off and on. Or when you put something on and off? I think that's what it was for.
That's why we're a car review show.
Now, at some point, a guy like you is going to come to some trouble. The best thing to do is call and order pizza. Hello, Domino's? After eating pizza, we ran into a guy who was doing some Michael Jackson impressions, and we didn't buy one, but we bought 2 gloves, so we have one for each hand because it is never too late for safety first. Also, we have not grown. The vehicle's actually come down because we realized if you're wanting to let the oil out, it's actually better the lower it is to the thing that's going to catch it, otherwise it's everywhere, and that's just not good.
Yeah, the pizza guy gave us plenty of recommendations.
Yeah, evidently the pizza guy knew more about this deal than we did, so he must get a lot of miles delivering pizza.
He couldn't stay around because other people...
Oh, he just had more deliveries. It's that simple.
Okay, now that the car's down and the stuff is close to the stuff. Oops. Crusher's Radio.
We'll edit that out.
You gotta get back up on the drain plug there. The only problem is that this is gonna have
Somebody put that thing in the way!
Alright, so now that that's close, you're ready to use your collection device back up. Okay, now that we're undoing the drain plug, you see some of the oil coming out. Now the car was run probably about minutes ago, so the oil may be very viscous, I think is the word. It may not be, so don't be surprised if I scream like a little girl when it pops out.
That's why we're recording, Camshaft.
Many of you at home watching this video aren't going to believe that I have done plenty of repairs because of the skittishness and confusion. But that's typically what happens with the camshaft repair. It takes about 2 or 3 times longer than a dealership would do, and I learn a lot along the way. Hopefully this drain plug does not fall into the collection device. We use this magnet to catch it.
Oh, there we go.
So I'm going to hold that
Now we're talking. Here, you need some assistance from this hand?
Yeah.
Whoops.
That magnet will catch pretty much anything. Because if not, we're going to have to sift out for that drain plug a little bit later. Problem is it's turning the whole... Do we have a crescent wrench?
Well, if I knew what that was, I would tell you, but I do not.
There we go.
Oh yeah, we got a nice little flow going right there. And there. Did you get it?
Yep.
Look at that.
And we're not spilling.
So Camshaft, while this is draining, what is our next thing we intend to do?
Well, the next thing we're going to do is put the drain plug back on to the oil pan there. We're going to lower the vehicle down. We're going to fill it with 6 quarts of oil because the 3.5 liter high output Chrysler engine holds 6 quarts of oil. 5W30. We're going to put the max 5-minute engine flush in. Now the engine's a little dirty.
Just a little.
Very dirty. So we're going to run it for about 30 minutes.
Woohoo!
So what it's going to do is it's going to cycle all the brand new oil in, the engine flush, and the oil is actually going to act kind of like a detergent and catch all the nasty gunk and grime and stuff.
And where are we driving for this 30 minutes?
We're not going to drive anywhere.
Oh.
Or are we?
Oh, well, you and me will go get lunch, the car can run.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to run it for about 30 minutes after we do, and we'll show you the steps. We're not going to show you the whole 30 minutes. We spent enough time getting the drain plug out. But after we let it run for 30 minutes, then we will again drain the oil back out, the cheap stuff. You can use expensive stuff if you really want to, but why waste your money?
But for only 30 minutes. Save your money, kids.
Exactly. Don't use water. We're going to lift it back up, drain out the new old oil, and then we're going to put in better oil. And that'll be the complete engine flush and oil change.
Sounds good to me. Oh, we got just a little bit coming down.
We'll still have some residual here. Now the oil pan is situated enough that it should catch most of the bottom, but there still will be probably a little bit there, which is just, it happens. Do I have oil on my face?
Everywhere.
I think I got a little bit on my work shirt. First you gotta put the drain plug back on, which...
Did we do that? Did we do that? Is it on?
Did you do that?
Yes, it's on.
Okay, it's on. With one of these lifts, since you have it locked, you have to raise it up slightly, the car, not the lift itself, but you gotta raise the car up slightly, then drop it back down. If not, it won't drop itself down because the emergency locks are on. So, see? I was trying to drop that lift, but it wouldn't do it, so you gotta raise it up a little bit. Now you're gonna drop it slightly. Now we're not going to take the car all the way down, but we're going to take it to just before the tires hit the bottom of the floor, because we need to get access to the hood so we can put the magical cleaner genie juice in. Why did I use that terminology? Because.
My goodness, clean your engine much, camshaft?
Not at all. Here you can see it says engine oil. Don't pay attention to that tin. Now that you've lowered the car, Cal Induction will remind you that we forgot to take off the oil filter. So we've got to raise it back up to take the oil filter off and put the new one on.
But the good news is this is a lot better for the lift because oil, as you know, weighs quite a bit. So without the oil, the lift will actually raise the car a lot easier.
In theory. First off, again, as we're doing the oil flush, or the engine flush with the oil, we grabbed just a cheap 5W30 and a cheap oil filter. But we gotta take the old oil filter off. So we get up under here and we're gonna figure out how to get this oil filter
Is that even where the oil filter's at?
Yeah, the oil filter's right here.
Oh, okay.
But we gotta figure out how to get to the oil filter with our oil filter wrench. And I've got hosing right here. I've got suspension parts right here. And I've got the drain pan right here, or the oil pan right here. So.
Yep, looks like it's, the verdict is in, we'll just use dynamite.
Can I get in there without? Might have to call the pizza guy again. Oh, yeah, I can.
Woohoo! But it is slippery, like I'm gonna drop it. I don't think I'll be able to catch
Drop
it.
the car?
No, that's fine as long as it worked. I was just afraid it would go everywhere. As long as it didn't go everywhere, it's alright.
Alright, now what you want to do, now that the other oil filter is off, you grab your new oil filter, you're going to grab your oil. Now again, we're using cheap stuff because this oil will be trashed in about 40 minutes.
Trashed.
What you're going to do is you're going to apply some oil here to the seal and right on here. What that's going to do is prevent this from getting locked on there, make it a little bit easier to get off. Well, to do so, you got to stick your finger in here and get some of that beautiful...
How's it taste?
Like chicken. And if you work for a pizza delivery company and you think we're doing this wrong, just feel free to email us, CrushersRadio@gmail.com, and say, you idiots, you're doing that wrong. And if you want to give us a free pizza, we'll accept that as well.
How tight did you go? Just go finger tight?
Finger tight, just a little bit more. Because you don't want to get it too tight, because then you can hurt the drain pan. Usually go about finger tight, and then a 1/16 or so more. There we go.
Yeah, I think that was an 1/8 and a 1/16, but all right.
Close enough. Now that you've made sure that the new oil filter's on, you can raise the hood. And here you can see the engine again.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're missing 2 cylinders.
Take off the cap. Oh. That's not going to work. Again, the 3.5 takes 6 quarts of oil, so we've got our bulk 5-quart jug. The one that we opened to seal the oil filter. We've got our engine flush here.
Now, where did you purchase this engine flush at?
Napa.
Get the good stuff.
Just in case you're wondering, this is for gasoline engines. So don't put it in your 3.0 diesel. Now this funnel isn't sitting correctly. I mean, it's sitting correctly, but there's a
Here, you want me to
piece
help
of
brace
plastic
it?
under this. So
Oh, dude, there is. That's going to be difficult.
yeah, so Cal's gonna brace that while I pour the 5 quarts of 530.
Of delicious goodness. Hey, that's not oil. That's maple syrup.
Notice the gold color? Mm-hmm. This is going to be an Easter egg for you watching at home. When we get later on, it's probably not going to look anything like gold. I'm going to double check underneath, make sure we ain't leaking.
How many leaks we got?
0 leaks
That's
so
good.
far.
That's good.
But oil might not have made its way through the engine yet.
Oil might be stuck in the upper chambers and not making its way down.
So, worst comes to worst, we'll just order pizza. We could call the legend, but then he'd get in a fight with
He'd
us.
tell us everything we've done wrong.
Give us some breather. Should get all 5 quarts in. You spent a lot of $20 on this. So. Actually, I think it was like 10. At the Southside Muncie Walmart, the same Walmart that a meth lab was found in not too long ago. So when you're buying your oil, you can also buy your meth and make it a one-stop shop. Now the 3.5 holds 6 quarts, so
You've said that already.
they don't make a 6-quart jug. They make big jugs, but not that big. They're not quite double D's.
They're W30s.
Right. You gotta be careful about those W30s. Okay, so now that you've added all 6 quarts of your oil, because as we've said once or twice or 4 times before, the 3.5 holds 6 quarts of oil. You puncture the top with the cleaning solution.
Say it again. You
With the sharp tool.
Drink it.
Smell it. It smells just like acetone. So if you need to get rid of your nail polish, you could probably use this too, but it might be cheaper. Per ounce, it may be cheaper.
Buy in
I'm
bulk.
not sure. I try not to dress and drag too much. So you pour this into...
And what does this do to the engine camshaft?
What this is going to do is clean out all the gunk and nasty that is built up over the 166,000 miles.
Any reason why you chose that brand?
$7.
Very good choice.
And it was Napa. Okay, well, now that we've done everything, as long as we've put it all back on tightly enough, knock on Magnum, we're going to start it and let it run, but I'm going to also get underneath as soon as I start to make sure nothing sprays
To
out.
stay warm from the heat.
Exactly.
Purrs like a kitten with asthma.
Yep, and it's slappy.
Slappy.
I don't see any leaks, so we should be good. So we're gonna let this run for a half an hour to let it circulate and clean. Hopefully. Woo. You smell it? It smells good. Mm-hmm. Okay, so while you're having your car run, you can go to a convenience store and share your Coke with Alana. So delicious. Now the cars ran for about a half an hour, and as I wipe my hands off, the cars run for about a half an hour. So now that it's run, we're gonna go ahead and change the bad oil out that's been cleaning the engine. We're gonna put the good oil in, which is the Castrol GTX. So let's go back up. Now it's hard to tell, but that was actually a lot darker about 20 seconds ago. Now you're getting more of a golden brown, but it was dark black and a little bit of red.
So it's a combination of transmission fluid.
Hopefully. As you just saw, that oil was very, very dirty, and it's only been in the car for 30 minutes. So we just put the drain plug back on. We tightened it back up. I'm gonna make sure to do that because I'm not gonna shoot everywhere. We're going to take the old oil filter off, the one that we just put on. We're going to put on a professional oil filter, Fram Tough Guard.
Oh, yeah!
If you are using Chrysler parts, you can go Mopar, but it's Fram. It's a good filter. So we're going to untighten this just a smidge so that way we can raise our little doohickey back up if I can get this to clamp.
Who put it on there so tight? That's what I want to know.
Tie rod did. I tell you what, we're going to turn the camera off because this could take a second.
There we go. You did it. And we are so proud.
We've drained the engine. We put the Fram Tough Guard oil filter. I got the box around here somewhere. Magnums require TD16. So that's right there. Look at that pretty thigh. If that didn't creep you out, nothing will. Now that we've done that, we are going to lower the car. We're going to leave it up on the stand just a moment, just in case there's an issue. Put the Fram oil filter in. Now we've got Castrol GTX high mileage. This car has
high mileage? How many miles you got on this thing?
166,000. Hey, this helps prevent emission system failure. So if you need to take a road trip out to California, it'll work. As I pull up my pants because he's falling down. That was not the car starting up. We're going to start this up, and hopefully, if I did everything correctly, it'll work. It doesn't sound the best, but...
Are you proud of yourself for what you've done?
Yeah, I think we're not spilling anything. It sounded a little...
Let's check for leaks. That was already there.
Sounds very...
Well, thanks for joining us. I hope you've learned something. I know we both have, and that's all the mistakes that we made.
Yeah.
So anyway, next time you need to do a engine flush in a, what is this?
2007 Dodge Magnum SXT.
Oh, it's a Dodge.
Yeah.
See, you learn something new every day. Anyway, next time you do that, just send this video to your friends and family, and they'll be much wiser. Join us next week where we take the Blue Flame 6 from the 54 Bel Air and put it where it should be, inside an 04 Z06.
We may derust it at the same time. That's if we get to it.
If there's time. Thanks for watching.